Hi everyone, Dennis Foley from Acoustic Fields. Gosh, it's hot shooting videos. Yeesh. Anyway, dual usage is the topic today. I see a lot of this. I see trends in the business because I take phone calls every day and people send in their rooms with pictures, and I see a lot of this dual usage where we're mixing and recording in the same room. I don't know what the reason for that is. I think it's probably money. Real estate's expensive. So it's the trend today that we're seeing. So I wanted to bring this to your attention because this is good and bad, but there's a lot of good. There's a lot of features and benefits that may fit your particular situation. So what is it? It's one room, and it's usually larger because we're not having a separate control room and a separate live room. So we're using one room to do both. So it's usually a larger room, which benefits both usage, both mix and live, okay? Now, what's the downside? Well, you're not going to be able to listen to your monitors while the musicians are playing their instruments in the same room. You don't have a barrier for the control room to isolate, so you can hear your monitors better. So you're going to have to listen on headphones when there's a live instrument being recorded. But when the live side is gone and you're mixing the recording, obviously you're going to have no noise in the room, so you can then work with the mix environment at that point. So what do we do to help this situation? Well, the treatment has to be what we call a variable acoustic program. You got to be able to move absorption and diffusion into the live room to satisfy the objectives of drums, guitar cabinets, whatever you're recording in the live room, and then move them around when you're mixing. And the requirements are close but different, and we'll walk through that. So most of our units are on casters because they're so big and heavy. So we have units that you can move around on casters, both absorption and diffusion units. So we have the same treatment requirements for live and mix. It's the positioning that's different. So let's take a mix room. So we have our workstation here. So if we have a big room, then we can move our ACDA units, which are the broadband absorbers from 30 to 6300. We can move them around our DAW when we're mixing. Now, what does this do? It controls the pressure and it controls the reflections from the wall surfaces, because we have, we go all the way up to 6300 with our foam technology on the face. So if your DAW is here, you can build yourself kind of a little room. Now, when you're doing a live recording in the same room, maybe we got drums here, okay? Then we can position the ACDA units around the drums however we need to reduce the pressure at the microphone position. A lot of engineers with the kick, and they have a mic for the kick drum, they'll use the ACDA units here to control the pressure at this position, which controls the tonal quality of the drum, of the kick. And getting good tone out of a kick is a tough job. But the reason for that is there's so much pressure. So the microphones are hearing a lot of pressure and distortion, if you will, rather than sound. If you reduce the pressure with our diaphragmatic absorption technology around the microphone position, you get more definition, more separation between fundamental notes and the harmonics, and then that can contribute to your own drum sound. So then when you're done recording, you just move them over and create your little mix room, okay? All this can be done in the same room. And that's the trend people are going to today. So if this is something that might work for you and you have a space and you want a mix room or a control room and you want a live room, but you're like, well, if I cut the room in half and divide it up, both rooms are going to be too small. And this is the problem. So if you cut it in half, it's too small for mix and it's too small for live. So don't cut it in half. Leave it open and use a variable acoustic format like we described here and move stuff around to create the function and usage that you need. Diffusion can work the same way. We can put diffusion on the rear wall here by sliding the units in place. We can put diffusion around the drums by moving it into place around the drums to create, more air in the overheads, for example. So dual usage drums, mix and live, the trend today, that's what we see. So maybe it's going to be a helpful situation for you. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please give us a thumbs up. We also have a newsletter that you can subscribe to, so please do that because we offer special price discounts to only those on our newsletter. And then don't forget about our forum. We have started a forum on our own website where people ask questions, and I usually get a chance every couple of days to look at it. There's an interchange between people on the forum, and we'll give you real answers on a regular basis, so that'll help you. Thank you.